Hi, I'm Tina, and I'm here to talk to you about something that a lot of people are considering right now, either to replace their income that they either lost or they're just not getting paid enough, or to supplement it. And that is direct sales. And that can be a lot of different markets. There's all kinds of different companies that have direct sales. But people always ask, can I be successful? And there's a lot of negative things out there about direct sales. But let me tell you, you can be successful. Just like any other job, just like any other person starting their business, a beginning startup. Yes, you have your ups and downs, but yes, you can succeed. But there are some things that you have to do in order to succeed. And these are things that many people do. On my blog, mymaptosuccess.com, there is an awesome woman who does Mary Kay direct sales, and she is successful at it. 6 figures, car, everything. She has it. And it's not because she's pushy. It's not because she's rude about it or because she just works. She actually got out of the corporate world, and she actually got into Mary Kay so that she could have time with her family and so that she could have a life with her husband. And it's just amazing that she is just doing this incredible job, and she's changing lives. And the interview is amazing. It's a vlog, it's an interview, and I will tell you, you will be just, the whole time, I was just awed by her heart. She reveals her heart in that video. Her name is Tammy Escobedo. Please watch that video. It will just blow you away, and you will see you can be successful. My daughter and I started Paparazzi, which is jewelry. We sell $5 jewelry. And it's just been incredible, the response we've gotten, not just from people who know us, although we have huge support from people we didn't even realize would support us, but from people who we didn't even realize we knew or knew us. Just people coming out of woodworks, watching our YouTube lives and buying from us, and really interested in our lives and in our business. But for us, it's so much more. And I'm going to kind of talk about that today. It's more than just a business, and it has to be. And so the first thing I want to talk to you about, and this is what this video is going to really be about, and I'll have some more. I'm doing a whole series on mymaptosuccess.com about direct sales. This one is about how you schedule your day. So, number one thing that I do, the top thing on my list, is to plan, because you have to plan everything. I am kind of a planner anyway, and I'm a little obsessed about it. I mean, if you saw my calendar, you'd probably laugh. I'm also a color coordinator. Everything has a color, so you can kind of see there. I have pink is personal, because I like pink and it's personal. Green, I teach pre-K at a school, and right now we're doing online, yay. And so I have green, and it tells me, when I look at green, I know that's something for my kids in my classroom. Orange is anything for my map to success that I'm doing. And then the purple is anything for my paparazzi business with my daughter. And then you'll see there's a little yellow up here. That's a lot. That's my doctoral program I'm in. And so I know I can look here and say, okay, I have this and it says 2 things, but I know those are big assignments because we're getting down to our last 2 classes, and I know I got to get those done. And then we have over here, I've got things scheduled, but I know exactly what category they fall in. So I know how to prepare for those. And so planning is key. Plan. You can't plan enough. Now, although You need to leave room for something happens, something you need to, your kid gets sick, and you go, but I have all this planned out. What do I do now? You have to work that in because that is your priority. Your family first. Okay? You have to be family oriented. So your kid needs to come before your work. And so you have to make sure you take that kid to the hospital or the doctors or whatever, get the kid medicine, do whatever you need to do. If your child is struggling with something and they need to talk to you, okay, that has to go aside and you have to say, it's okay. I'm not so planner heavy that I forget my family. My family is not scheduled in there. My family comes, I stop. My husband comes and asks me, hey, can I do this? Now, if it's something that can wait, and it's not an emergency to him, then I'll say, can I do this first? And then I'll do that. Usually he's okay with that. But sometimes he'll come and say, this is vital. Can you please do this for me? And I'll say, absolutely. So those are the things that that you need to think about when you're planning. What do you need to get done? And what I do, a lot of people don't do it this way. There's a lot of planners that don't. I have a very interesting planning system, and I actually have a blog that kind of starts out with my planning system, and I take my planning system from a lot of different places. Franklin Covey is my planner, but I don't completely do their system. I also do a little bit of other people's things. Erin May Henry, who is a blogger and a business coach, she has an amazing way of planning, and I like her way. She does most of hers online. I am really heavy on paper and pencil. I like to write it out. The other thing is that Brooke Knoll, which is an organizer who helps people organize. I've taken some of her classes, and one of the things she talks about is writing everything down every day. So you don't just plan through the week. No, you have to plan some things. Like I have certain webinars or certain Zoom meetings that I have to go to, or I have to host, or I have to lead. So I need to make sure I have those written down in those specific places. But all your daily tasks that you do from day to day, don't write those down. Okay, you write them down for, one day, Monday. You write all those down. Anything that has not gotten done on Monday, you transfer to Tuesday. Anything that hasn't gotten done on Tuesday, you transfer to Wednesday. What that's going to do is it's going to tell you by Friday, if you haven't gotten some key things that you needed to get done, it's going to start bothering you and you're going to get them done. So, and you'll learn after a while. You're like, you know what? I just need to do this. So you'll get it done. So that's the planning kind of system that I do. And the way I plan out so if you're in direct sales, and I'm really going to take it from the paparazzi business that my daughter and I have, because this is about direct sales, I wanted to make sure that that you kind of got kind of a head start on thinking about this, especially if you haven't started one, or people have been like, oh, those don't work, don't do that, because it does. There's some things you have to do. Okay, let me tell you what you have to do. The first thing that I write down in my calendar for paparazzi is this formula: 3 + 3 + 3 = 3,000. And I'm not really going to get into what that means, because you're like, that is bad math. It's not. It's actually really good math for direct sales. What it means is you're going to take 3 current customers, and you're going to contact them each day, not to bug them about sales. Okay. You're going to contact them. Like, for instance, I got the privilege of working with somebody who I didn't really know. It was somebody that was an employee with my husband. And so I didn't know this person as well. And I went ahead and they bought some stuff from our Facebook Live. And so I went ahead and shipped it. And then I went, and one of my 3+3, one of my threes in my customers was to tell her, hey, just wanted to let you know I shipped your jewelry. It's on its way. Hey, can you please let me know when you get it and what you think? Just something very simple, very heartfelt, because I really do want to know what my customers think. Another thing you can say is, hey, just reaching out to you. How are you doing today? I know that you were struggling a little bit. Get to know your customers so you know what they're going through. Ask them during this time, hey, how are you doing today? Are you keeping well? Are you keeping safe? Are you going out during this time? Are you an essential worker? Do you have to stay home? How are you dealing with being quarantined? Because some people go stir crazy during this time. And just ask them, how are you? And just it's called being authentic, okay? And be authentic and connected with those customers. And I'm going to tell you, they will appreciate it. And yes, it does lead to more sales, but it also leads to friendship and a partnership in their life. And that's what She Snow Accessories, which is our business, our paparazzi business, is all about. We want to connect with people and help them grow and help them become the women and men that they should be and that they want to be. And we want to feed into their life and help them with their self-esteem and help them, feel valued. And so if that means that I value someone, even whether they buy from me or not, or they say no to being a team member, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with valuing others because that's what I do. I want to value others. And so do that with your customers. Once in a while, when you have something new out, hey, I saw this and thought of you, especially if you really did think of them. I have specific customers that like specific things. And so I kind of know, who, my dear friend who is my sponsor at Paparazzi, a sponsor of my daughter and I, she was doing a live and we were there and she goes, oh my goodness, this looks like snow. And my daughter, and it did. And guess what? I'm buying it for her because it was her. So do that. The other three, which from the three, there's 3 threes. The other 3 is potential customers. Now, how you do this, you don't go out and just go, hey, buy from me. Okay. You say you have to have initial contact. You have to have warm sales. You have to go out and build a relationship with the person. Make them feel valued. And, some people could say, well, that's manipulative. You're just doing it to sell them a piece of jewelry. Whether they buy from me a piece of jewelry or not, I'm going to value that person. And I'm going to continue to be their friend. I've gotten no's from a lot of people. A lot of people I know, a lot of friends I know. I know a lot of people that never answer me back or say maybe and never do anything. I still value them. Okay? It's not about that, but I will tell you, you'll get more customers and you will help more people if you value and connect with them and you're authentic with them. Don't be fake. People know when you're being fake. If you're like, oh, hi, I'm so excited to meet you, and you hate their guts, they're gonna know. Or you don't even really know them, you haven't been paying attention to them, and you're just being nice to them when you want something, they'll know. I try to be nice to people and I try to value people. And then when I ask, hey, do you want to, a lot of times they'll listen. And then they know that whether they say yes or no, I'm still going to value them and I'm still going to be their friend. And that's what's important. The third one is potential business partners. And one of the things you have to do is just not take it personally if they say no, but continue to write this on your list. Every day you should have 3 new people, rotate them, 3 new people that are your customers. And at first, if you are just new, you may not have 3 customers. When we first started, we had 1, and we would kind of, you know, contact her. Well, we were kind of contacting her anyway because we're friends. So just understand that a lot of these people you're going to be friends with, you're building those relationships anyway. So you're going to be contacting them. But try to, you know, not every day hound them about a product, but just checking in on them and saying hi, and then eventually saying, hey, I have this amazing product that I think that you'd really like, especially if you think they'd like jewelry. If you see, like for me, if you're selling makeup and you see a person that doesn't wear makeup, maybe you have skincare though. And so you say, hey, you want to wear makeup? They're going to say no. But if you say, hey, I have skincare and this is what it does, and that maybe that's an issue that they have and they want to go ahead and buy that, that's great. But if I see a person who doesn't wear jewelry and I'm forcing jewelry on them, then that's not, you got to know your person. You know, you got to know your clientele. Now, they don't necessarily have to absolutely love jewelry or wear jewelry to be in the business. So I might go to them there. I prefer them to love it because I want people to love what they do. So I know a lot of people who sell things that they don't love and then they quit, and it's not even worth it. So love whatever business you get into. So that's the 3 plus 3 plus 3. And we'll do a little bit more of that as we go on with the My Map to Success blogs on this specific topic, because, you know, virtual businesses are the wave of the future, and we see that right now, you know, and so, and it can be fun. I have a lot of fun doing these things. I have a lot of fun Zooming with people on business calls and doing my little Facebook Lives, or doing my Facebook Lives with my daughter or my husband, because we do one on Fridays at 8, and we do one for professional development or for personal development. And then, you know, so this is the wave of the future, and direct sales is huge. You know, it's very virtual. And it's become very virtual. So if this is something that is, you know, you don't have a job, or you have a job and you're just not liking it, look into this. Look into this. Okay. So I do posts. I do 3 posts a day on each of my sites. So for our She Snow accessories, we do 3. One of our posts is always about the jewelry and highlights the jewelry. We do a blog. It either highlights the jewelry or it highlights the business. And then we do another post that is about some kind of special occasion, whatever special occasion is coming up. Right now it's Mother's Day. It could be Christmas. It could be Valentine's Day. It's a big one. It could be 4th of July. It could be, because we want to be cute for 4th of July. It could be Thanksgiving. It could be Halloween. I mean, anything that's coming up that we want to accessorize things, right? Then we need something. We make posters and we post them and put that product out there for that specific reason. And we don't even necessarily say buy on our posters. We usually just say, either give a Mother's Day gift, or Mother's Day is coming soon, and put the jewelry on there. Kind of speaks for itself. If you have a product you love and you're selling it, it probably speaks for itself, especially in your eyes. And you know what? Your audience will know it. We do one where we connect with our audience, so we ask questions. So one of the things we did actually a day ago, I asked, put your favorite picture of yourself that's in your phone and tell me why. And you know what? A lot of people actually responded to that. And I was really happy with the response, because at first I was like, what if nobody responds? You know, I put mine up first, and I put one that was of my husband and I, and we I looked really cute, and I was just, I was young, but I was coming into my style, and I really liked the way I looked, and you could tell I was spreading my style, right? So I put that. My husband put him in his cap and gown because that was very, very special to him when he got his doctorate. And then I had some friends who were with their grandkids, or a friend who was going on the way to her job, and she loves her job, so she's driving her car and she's excited about it, And so just different things like that where people are getting connected and getting involved in your site, so that when you put things up, they're not only there to they're not just happen to be there, they're actually there to be integrated with you. They're actually doing something on the site, okay? And that is so important, because if you can get them involved in the site, then they're more willing to come back. And we, in a week, when we started from the time we started our business to a week and a half, we had 100 likes on our page. And so that's good, because we were constantly doing all these. So we do daily posts that's of a sale, daily business poster, and we do a daily just connection where we ask a question or we get somebody's opinion. It also helps you get to know somebody. Today's post was, what is the biggest goal that you have that you've never reached? And mine, I put mine out there, and it was hard to do, because sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want people to see that. But then tomorrow, what we're going to do is, okay, how can you break your dream into actual goals? And then the next day will be, how can you break your dream into action, or your goal into action steps, and actually show how you can do that. So see, I'm not just selling them jewelry, I'm showing them how to live a better life. And that's what our business is all about. Okay, so that's the 3. Then I did say blog. We put our blockbusters, the best selling jewelry on that every day at 8 a.m. And then we're going to also start doing business posters that will come out at 2 p.m. And I might switch those, I'm not sure, because we have our new jewelry comes out at 2 p.m. every day. So I might switch those. And then the other thing is that I've been doing a video. So this video, because it does talk about paparazzi, and it talks about direct business, and my potential team members and my team member, my daughter, and my teammates from other teams can also see this, and they can also learn from this. So I will put this on my site as the video for today. So that's basically the things that I do for the business part. Now, there are other things that come up, like connecting, actually talking with customers, or customers that start talking to me out of the blue, that I didn't even realize I'd be talking to. Those come, and this is besides that. This is things I do every day. And they say, just to tell you, the 3 + 3 + 3 = 3,000 is, if you do the 3 + 3 + 3 in a year, you'll have 3,000 contacts. Also, if you're really nervous about the parties, don't worry about that. If you're like, well, I can't get all these people to do these parties, or, number one, you don't have to do parties. There are other ways to do it. You can do Facebook Lives. You can do Zoom. If you're just more comfortable not being in person, you can do Zoom parties. You can also do, if you're worried about not getting enough people to do the parties and be successful that way, remember that when you do a party, you ask each member that comes for names each, 3 names and phone numbers of people that they believe would really benefit or really love your product. Guess what? By the end of the year, you'll have lots of contacts. You can do that with the people in your list of contacts. So if someone says, I'm just not interested, says, okay, not a problem. I totally understand. But listen, is there any way you may not be interested, but do you have 3 people that that would love my jewelry and would like to see it? I guarantee you they know 3 people. So that is my tip for scheduling, and that's my tip for really helping you get out of that fear, because it's going to be okay. There are ways to get around every situation. And as I'm here, I don't know if you can hear it, but my food's going off. So I've got to go get my food out of the oven. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe, that you like. If you're on Facebook, please join us and just learn, because these are going to be learning times. Each of these videos will be learning times. My Map to Success, I have tons of blogs. I actually have over 150 blogs that you can read. Go back and read them. This is a whole series. This is just one of many. So please stay tuned for the next one. Bye.